Technology Tuesday. I'm your host, Greg Russell, here with my good friend, partner in crime, Mr. Jerry Franklin Poe. And we got an exciting show for you guys today. We're going to share some things about you probably never heard or thought about in terms of Google Sheets and spreadsheets. And we're going to show you how to maximize your time and make money using these resources. So I can't wait to dive in, share with you all the knowledge from myself and Jerry that we have prepared for you. So buckle up, get excited, go ahead and hit that share button. Let somebody know that you are tuning in to Technology Tuesday this day today. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Here we go.
All right, folks. We are here every week, Technology Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live, bringing you practical knowledge, practical applications, again, practical solutions for your business. And Greg has been in the lab cooking some stuff up, so I'm excited to see what he has in store for us today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to share. Got some good stuff. But before we dive in, one of my most favorite segments is coming up. It is the Mindset Minute with Jerry, and he's going to share some stuff that we need to think about and ponder on, and really have a moment to reflect and think about so that we can improve ourselves. So, without further ado, here we go with the Mindset Minute.
So, Greg, I watch a lot of movies or documentaries. I know you're a movie guy. Like you go to movies a lot.
Yes, sir.
And there's a new documentary. It's fairly new. I think it came out within the last year, and it's about this company that existed um, not that long ago called MoviePass. So if you're watching this and you've heard of MoviePass or you even had a MoviePass card, back about 10 years ago or so, even probably like 10 years ago or 5 years ago when that was a big thing. It was before COVID actually hit. You could get unlimited movies for like a monthly fee.
Wow,
So this documentary.
I wasn't as much as I love movies, I wasn't aware of that one. And I don't think I think I started with my uh movie pass alternative right before the pandemic started, or shortly before the pandemic started. I started, trying to go. It's my relaxation, right? It's my, get away from the computer, and just get immersed in some sort of story or adventure for a little while. It's my break, it's my treat. So yeah, man, I don't remember movie pass, but that's cool that there was one before all the movie companies, have one now.
Where do you think they got the idea from? That's where they got the idea. So
Nice.
MoviePass started. The company was founded in 2011 by a guy named Stacy Spikes. And this documentary follows like, well, what happened to him? Like, how did it go and like crash or blow up or what, so that the idea of being able to go to unlimited movies for a monthly fee started with this organization. And then when people saw, it's almost like anything else, when people see that it's a good idea, Regal, AMC, they started to create, well, why should we allow other people to come in to our theaters and make money? Why not create our own membership or whatever, right? Because basically what this pass was, Greg, is you could go to any theater. It didn't matter the theater. It was any theater. It was you would get a card because they were a third party company. You would get a card and you'd pay them every month, and that would let you be able to go into any theater. They struck deals with all these theater companies, so you can go to any theater anywhere in the country, any day of the week, and get a movie for free. All you gotta do is subscribe to MoviePass, right?
I like the idea, man. It's just it's making me think like, how can we implement something like that ourselves? Like that, the idea is genius when it was all the, you partner with all of these theater companies. Like, so now it's not just you got to choose, because right now, you have to choose. Like, is it AMC? Is it Regal? Is it another one? Like, the you got to choose which one if you want to do a pass. So I like the idea a lot.
Right. So you can basically go to like any day of the week, go to a movie as part of your monthly subscription. And I don't know if you can see multiple movies in one day, but I know you can go like one movie a day, at least one movie a day, any day of the week, any theater. Well, the reason why I bring this up because there is an old proverb. Oh, I think it's a Hebrew proverb that says, "A wise man can learn from a fool, but a fool can learn from no one."
Hmm.
And a lot of these documentaries are good learning tools for people who are in business, especially this one, because the trek or the journey of these entrepreneurs was very telling. You have these two guys that founded this company, started this company, we're building it, and we're on a steady growth track. However, sometimes people want to accelerate faster and get big faster and expand faster. And they brought in an investor that they thought was going to be helpful. And that investor thought it'd be a good idea to bring in some other people that would be some big money folks and some bigger idea folks. And eventually, these guys who started this business ended up getting voted out of their own company because when they brought in these other people, they had basically board seats. And the other people had more board seats than they did and decided to do things for the organization. They spent millions and millions. They ran through like they burned through a lot
Wow.
of money because their focus was getting up the number of users, but not having a sustainable business because they wanted to raise the stock price and get users and then cash out. And the two guys who founded it ended up getting kicked out their own company. The business ended up going under eventually because
That's
they had
crazy.
changed the business model. They had changed the business model to something that couldn't be sustainable that would make people jump on it really fast. So it was like they had they initially they started off it was like $40 a month. And then these guys took the price to like, like $10. So you know, unlimited movies for you know what I mean for $10. Like so people started jumping on it. But the fact is, they had to still pay the theaters. They still had to pay the theaters for the movies. So they were losing money on every single customer. But they wanted to get their, they wanted to make it look good on paper. Like we
Yeah,
got
yeah,
this number of users and all type of stuff. So the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people will talk numbers and they'll say, well, how many followers do you have? How many, subscribers do you have? How many of this do you have? And sometimes those numbers don't tell the whole story because you might have a lot of people following you, but they're not really buying from you. You might have a lot of people who are a user in terms of a subscriber, but they may not be a paid subscriber. They can be a free subscriber. So the key is quality will always trump the quantity when it comes to situations like this. So
right.
keep that in mind. I would definitely highly recommend if you haven't seen it, check out the documentary. Pick up some business lessons in there and things of what to watch out for when you're trying to bring in people to invest in your business. Greg, when we were at Podfest, that was one of the main things. People were always like, "Well, how do I get somebody to like, and give me some money or to sponsor me?" Like people were always looking like how to bring in outside folks.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
sometimes bringing in an outside person may not be good for you because that outside person might get rid of you.
yeah. Oh man. That is so true, man. Listen, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Mindset minute with Mr. Jerry Franklin Poe. Man, that was great, man, and it makes me think a lot of thoughts about sometimes the numbers, don't tell the whole truth, right? And if you think about like for example, this particular show, like because we're in multiple platforms, it's hard to get an idea of actually how many viewers we got because if you look on one platform or in one group that one group may only have so many members and then you're only a percentage of the members are going to see uh, and even on YouTube, right, we only have so many followers at the moment, but the numbers for each one doesn't tell the true story. So makes a lot of sense. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, so um I mean, talking about numbers is kind of just brings us right into our content for today, and we want to share with you some resources and tools all about Google Sheets, and I want to reframe your mindset about Google Sheets specifically. So Google Sheets is technically a spreadsheet, and most people are familiar with regular spreadsheets from Excel. And the difference between Excel and Google Spreadsheets is that Google's online, right? So Google's always online. And that makes Google Spreadsheet, it can be used as a database because it's online, other things online can access it, right? And you can share it. And so, like, if I update it and you have access, you can see that update. But also, if a third party software is able to update it, then other softwares can see that that was updated as well. So it's a really dynamic thing. But Jerry, I want to ask you about your experience with Excel because I know you've done a lot of training on Excel, I believe corporate training for Excel. And could you share a little bit about that experience and how powerful Excel is for companies and why they hired you to teach them Excel?
All right, cool. Well, some people are using Excel as a database, but the majority of folks, when it comes to Excel, they're using it as an analysis tool. When it comes to math, it's a mega calculator, but it's also um, like algorithms. You know, it can do logic, process logic. You can the if then statements, the taking information from a database and trying to make sense of it, to how do we categorize it, filter it, how do we extract certain parts, how like, so quantifying the information to making it into a report that will show how well we're doing financially or how successful we were with a certain launch. That's where most of the people are trying to, they're like, they got the numbers, but like, well, how do I use this tool to make it faster? You know, back in the day, people used to have and some of you watching may not even remember this because you might be too young, but they used to have like a ledger book. You know, you write the numbers down in a ledger with rows and columns. Well, Excel is the modern day ledger book, but everything's digital. It's all electronic, and you don't have to do the math. Remember the adding machine, Greg? We like, like pull the little lever thing, right? So I mean, this just shows you how long Greg and I've been around. Like this is we had a lot of those antiquated machines. So Excel does all that stuff for you in instantaneously. It's like, the things that might take us an hour, Excel could do in a matter of seconds, even minutes.
Wow. And yeah, I remember the machine, but I haven't used the machine, so let's don't push me that far back, man.
Yeah, we saw it. We
Yeah,
saw them. Like we might not have been young. We might not have been in the workforce using them, but
yeah,
we saw the people who were older than us had the jobs. They were like, adding stuff up. You know.
yeah. So if we fast forward to today, um, so many things are online or run on databases. Like, I'll tell you some very simple use cases that marketers are doing. Um, they are creating an opt-in form where they're collecting a name and email and maybe a phone number, and they are sending that data to an Excel spreadsheet, and then they're having another software like Zapier uh, just watch that spreadsheet to see if there's any updates. And once it's update, then it goes and it can take that name and email and do something else with it, put it in another system, shoot out a email from your system, like all that stuff. So the spreadsheets, these Google spreadsheets, are very powerful in not only being able to transfer data, but also automate some of the things. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys some tools that I found that you should be aware of that will start to open up your mind about what's possible with Google Sheets. And Jerry, if you see anything or have any knowledge that you want to share about what you can see possible because you have more experience, I'd love to hear your thoughts process on that. So
All right,
with
awesome.
that, yeah, man, with that, I'm going to go ahead and jump into um, a place where you can find them. Now, we typically share things from AppSumo, so we're going to go there and I'm going to share with you where you can find some lifetime deals on some things that integrate with Google Sheets. So I'm going to go here. We're going to jump into the share, see if we get the right thing. All right. So one of the ways you can use AppSumo is their search. It's right at the top of the page, and you can just put in something that you're looking for, and it will come up with those with the deals that have that thing in there. So what I did, I just put in Google Sheets. And then here's quite a few different ones that have something to do with Google Sheets. Okay. So I'm going to share with you a few, but sometimes you can just look through and read some of the descriptions to see if there's any that would work with you or what you're trying to do. But I'm going to share some of the ones that I found that I thought were pretty cool. All right, so one of them is right here, Better Sheets. Oh, let me tell you about the prices on these, because some of these, they're so powerful. They're not the norm. They're not typically in the normal price range that we share on this show, right? You'll see this one is lifetime access and it's like $1,100. This one is almost $2,000, right? So some of these, $1,100 up here for this one. These things are powerful, and these companies know that, so their pricing for them is a little higher than what normal people. But then you get the best deals on AppSumo anyway. So, with that said, we're gonna look at this one, Better Sheets. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. So, Better Sheets is basically a course. Okay, so even though it'll cost you 85% off, it's 250. This is like a real deep course into Google Sheets and how to do the stuff. So if you're new and you really want to learn how to use this powerful solution that's pretty much free if you have a Google account, then you can invest in yourself and take this course and learn how to do it. This particular is not really a software app; it's just a training. It's one of the better trainings on Google Sheets. And they have examples in there. You can watch this 13-minute video and it will show you all the training, that things that you can learn how to do in there. So I wanted to start off by saying, listen, if this is completely new to you, but you really understand the concept of Google Sheets being a database and that it can help your business and you want to know more information, I would come here and check this out. Again, it's $250, but it's sort of like university level training, starting you out at kindergarten, but taking you through university level training of Google Sheets and how it can help you. So this first one is just called Better Sheets, and it's a AppSumo deal where you can come and learn to really get good at Google Sheets. Okay, and they say they show you how to solve real world problems. So Jerry, some of these things that you're talking about, these equations and these mathematical information, they will show you how to do. Um, so yeah, it integrates with Google Sheets, Google Workspace, email, etc. And it is a course. All right, so now that we have a course out of the way and you know where to get some better information, let's look at one of the deals that I like. This one is called Automate Google Sheets. And if you know me, Jerry, you know I love to automate things that make sense, that will help you be more productive and make you more money. So this one, instead of just having the data in there, you can automate it. So when certain data is in your data sheet, Google Sheet, or if certain data gets changed, you can have other things happen because that data has changed. So this particular deal starts at 99 bucks and you're saving 78%. And it is an alternative to Make and Zapier, which are automation tools. So instead of needing to have an automation tool, you can use this. Again, it's a one-time payment, and you can use this to make your sheets do automation. So you can come down here and you can watch. This is a 2-minute video, and it shows you all the things you can, shows you how you can automate these things in your workflows. You can set it to run hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. Basically, when a form submission is received or when a spreadsheet is updated, that's kind of the one that I would dive into. Is like when this thing is updated, do this other action, right? So that's really where the automation takes in. And you can set your conditions, you can merge tags, set multiple conditions. Really, really powerful. Check this one out. This is Logic Sheet, okay? And it starts at 99 bucks for the individual plan, and you can go up to $300 and get the unlimited plan, right? So this will work in one Google Sheets account, so one Google or Google Workspace account. This is 5 accounts, and this one is unlimited accounts, right? So you might be thinking, why would you need an unlimited one? Well, if you work with a lot of companies, and each company or client has their own Google Sheet, you might need to be added to that so you can run some of these on their behalf. So this investment is if you're working with a lot of, you have a lot of clients. If you only needed to use it for yourself, you can rock this one. If you need it for just you and a couple family members or a couple teams of yours, you can rock this one. So those are the 3 plans. And this one is Google Sheets automation. Jerry, any thoughts or comments about running automations from a Google Sheet?
No, I think you explained it really well, man, in terms of what this one does.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, man. I want people to understand how powerful this is because,
I
you
mean,
know,
I would say this, like, so the whole idea of automation, like, so if you were talking about Excel, they would call them macros, and it's a way for you to. I mean, the thing about it is like, how do you get the computer? And this is way before like, macros have been around before like AI and before bots and that type of stuff. It's like, how do you get the computer to do the steps for you? So for those who didn't know how to program, one of the biggest hangups a lot of people have, the regular end user, is not being able to type in with the computer code, the computer language. Like, well, Visual Basic is a language that Microsoft would use, and the average person walking around doesn't know Visual Basic. So anything that you can do that will allow you to automate stuff without having to know how to code is a game changer. It's a plus, right? So it takes you up and above. So sometimes you have devices where it will let you record your steps, and it records what you do, and it would then write the code for you to make stuff automatic. So bless you. So
thank you, sir.
whenever you have repeatable processes, right? You think about like redundant processes. After a while, we get tired on the same thing over and over and over and over again. So if you can have the computer automate it, so you just press a button and it does all the steps, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to waste your time, right? You don't have to take your time out of your day to do the exact same cookie cutter stuff over and over again. That's what automation is going to give you. So anytime you think about automation, think about that. It's like it's taking away the redundant processes from you and having a computer do it for you with the press of a button.
Yeah, yeah. I'll give you one simple use case. Like, so let's say you have a list of um, resellers that you work with, and they're all out there reselling products. And let's say every time they sell a product, you need to go update the spreadsheet that they sold another one, right? And so, since these sales can happen online, you can have the sales processing system update the spreadsheet via a Zap, right? And then you can have the automation say, once this number gets to 10 or more, right? Or first, when it gets to 10, send an email to create a task for the person to get their reward once they sell 10 or more, right? So those are ideas on things you can do with automation inside of Google Sheets.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're going to share with you guys a couple more. Again, these are all inside of AppSumo, and you can search just for the type of things you're looking for. This next one is called Power Formulas. Now, this is exciting. This is where you can use ChatGPT in Google Sheets to generate articles and images. So really, really powerful. Come here, check it out. You can set it up. It can be an alternative to Copy AI and Jasper, which are services that use AI to write content. And it will integrate with the Facebook Pixel, Google Sheets, ChatGPT 4. And this one has a 2.5 minute video that you can kind of watch and see exactly how it runs. So you can get answers using GPT, right? Chat GPT. So you can have the question inside of the prompt, right? And then when the form gets updated, it will ask the question and insert uh, the information so it can ask the question. Um, the cool thing about this, you can bulk generate articles. So if you had like, a lot of topics that you need articles on, you can set this up and it'll go ahead and write bulk articles. Same thing, you can generate images using Dolly. It's just a prompt that's inside of the Google Sheet. And so then when the sheet gets updated, whether you update it manually or it's automatically updated via a webhook from some third-party service, then it'll go ahead and fire and create the image for you. So again, now you can use Chat GPT inside of Google Sheets. So we're merging this uh, concept, Jerry, of what you said, like the automation with the new AI stuff that's out there. And you can get this really going well for your business, especially if you have a lot of articles to write or images to create for your content. So it starts off at $55 for one code. And basically, this basically just gets you more users as you go up. So 5 users in the team plan, and then unlimited users in the enterprise plan. So again, same thing as we talked about before. This one's kind of for if you're a business and you're going to be running it for clients and you need to attach their Google spreadsheet You can use this inside their Google spreadsheet, so you need multiple unlimited users. So again, power formulas using Chat GPT inside of Google Sheets. I think that's dope, man. What you think?
Yeah, man. Well, like again, formulas, power formulas. These are just the key concepts that take away manual labor. So anytime you can have the computer doing a process for you, it's always a winner over you doing it yourself. And one of the major issues for a lot of people, like I said with the macros, sometimes people have trouble. They have trouble. People get stuck writing formulas. Like
Yeah,
not everybody has the same gifts and talents, right? So some people are more savvy when it comes to coding or calculations or writing or doing the math, and others have little hiccups with that. So when you can
yep.
have a tool that gives you a shortcut or a way to get it done without you getting stuck, then it's a win.
I like it. I like it. All right, man. We're gonna share with you guys one more and a free resource that I found for you. And so we'll jump into this next one. It's called, I believe this is called Epiphany. I believe that's how they pronounce it. And if I am wrong, my bad. So check this out. This one allows you to um, add data, or no, export data from your Google Sheets via API, right? So you can connect these third-party services like Asana, Shopify, Mailchimp, Facebook, etc., to your Google Sheet, and so you don't have to go copy and paste the data. And it says nowadays almost all software has API attached to it, a raw data pipeline that allow anyone to tap into the right tool. So basically, Epiphany will allow you to do that. Again, this is 87% off, lifetime deal. Normally would cost you over $1,100, and it integrates with obviously it integrates with Google Sheets, and this is good for marketers and agencies that need to connect their third-party services to Google Sheet via API, right? So you can just do that, add the data, export the data. As we talked earlier about having those things automatically send the data into the spreadsheet, you can do that here with this. So I would check out Epiphany. It's not codes, it's just a one-time purchase, and you have it to use to connect your Google Sheet. So check that out if you need to connect third-party softwares to your Google Sheet. I think that's very valuable. I have seen some use cases. Other services like Zapier charge you, per month and per usage for this. This will be a one-time. You can use it as much as you want. So it's definitely a savings and a value in the terms of what it does versus what you'd have to pay for on a consistent basis. So that's Epiphany. If you need it, go grab it up before it's gone. And I got one more free resource for you. This is just a Google Sheets template pack. So if you're just getting started, you can head over to AppSumo and search for the Google Sheets template pack. And it is 100% free. You can grab it up, and they have this is from the Better Sheets, which for the course, but they have 19 templates that you can use. So again, if you're just starting out and you want to get an idea of all the things you can do with Google Sheets and how it works, I would go ahead and check out this template pack, download some, play with them, get an idea of all the powerful things you can do with Google Sheets. And the same information and knowledge also transfers, for the most part, transfers over to Excel. So Google Sheets and Excel is typically the same sort of product with the same sort of setup and processes. So you should check this out. Anyway, come grab this free $20 template pack, download some templates, and check out Google Sheets. So Jerry, that is what we have as far as today, as far as maximizing your effectiveness, your productivity, and your profits with Google Sheets. Any last minute words you have for us, sir?
Nah, man, I think you served it up nicely. The key for some folks, they may not even have Microsoft products. So these products, you can get Google products. They're available to the masses, and then this just makes them more effective for your business. So it just increases your overall productivity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, listen, man. Listen, I want to thank you for joining me today. If you guys are watching us live, put hashtag live. If you're checking out the replay, hashtag replay. Let us know you are tuning in. And with that, I want to thank you guys, and we will see you for another exciting episode of Technology Tuesday next week, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jerry, thank you, man. And I will talk to you guys next week. Take care.
All right.